that up? How? I mean, like, here's everything you need to make an enjoyable hour of television or 45 minutes of television. Here you go. You can do it all. You fuck that up, man. Oh, man. And also, I feel kind of bad. I feel kind of bad for Rosalie Davis, Pete Matigue. I feel kind of bad for them because, like, okay, let's say you got this annoying troll, and you keep and you like answer back to them, right? Right, and then suddenly you find out that they're literally crying, like, no, God, oh yeah. I mean, I am living rent free in Russell Davis' brain. I just wish you would listen to me, Russell. I love you. I just want you to stop fucking up. And man, this episode shows me and Pete Matigue, right? Like the exact vector of their Trump derangement syndrome. And it really does, right? You can like, they are, okay, I don't know. It must be very difficult for them because they are, reality keeps proving them wrong, and it's very frustrating, right? But in their mind, evil trolls spreading lies like women cannot have penises, right? I know there are some people out there who'll say such incredible things, right? And people spread lies like that, right? So they're the ones making a problem. It's not them making like queer shit relentlessly. And even this had quite a lot of queer shit in it. I mean, like, Millie Gibson even referenced, what's the word? Like saying if he met if the main guy met the doctor, right? He'll be flirting with him, right? There's like like creepy shit like that all the fucking time. Stop your creepy fucking shit. Oh. So that's going on. Millie Gibson looks like she's wearing a crash helmet with some hair stuck on it. What the fuck is up with her hair? I mean, literally, she looks like I don't know. If that's a natural hair, it's like the Herman Munster cut. It's like, what? Why? Why would a gorgeous woman do that to herself? I don't understand. And she goes out on a date on this, and she doesn't glam herself up. Why can't they not glam Millie fucking Gibson up? Oy vey. I mean, really? I mean, like, she's a great actress, right? I'm not saying she is. I wish her every success in her career. But looking hot is not a detriment. Fuck's sake. Oh my God. I'm not saying it, blatantly, just rely on that. No, I mean, again, she's a talent. But also, just like Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Arnold Schwarzenegger, James Cameron loved working with Arnold Schwarzenegger because Arnold Schwarzenegger could do things that anybody else couldn't do. He could, they would say, because they didn't have a budget, and they say, Arnold, okay, we need to go across the street and smash the glass on the window on that car there, right? And grab it, sure, no problem. And he could do it. So, right? He had that physical skill, right? She's gorgeous, right? She's absolutely gorgeous. They shouldn't be running and hiding from that. And fuck me, she went on a date or two in this week's episode, and she still isn't spankable. I mean, really? I am sorry. If you cannot make an old man's masturbatory fantasy out of Millie Gibson, really, you're doing it wrong. Oh, something for the dads. I'm the fucking dad now. Okay? I want the fucking something for the fucking dads. It's me. It's sad but true. Good evening, guys. Good morning. I hope you're all doing well wherever you are in the world. Please chime in to get into the chat. Say hello. That would be lovely. Like, share, subscribe. Look at me. I'm doing all proper stuff. Oh shit. And it was boring as well. As well as being like I'm telling you, this whole episode was about nerdrotic living rent-free in Russell Lee Davis' head. But I don't even think it's nerdrotic. I think it's pricks like me, right? I think it's like everyone. Russell, just stop making shit, okay? If you're listening, okay. Okay. I got it. The great Harlan Ellison, right? He gave fantastic writing advice to J. Michael Straczynski, right? J. Michael Straczynski at the beginning of his career hasn't really sold anything yet. So he was talking to what's his name? No, I forgot what I'm talking about. Babylon 5K, the consultant. Oh my God, look it up now. I was literally, did you see? I was just saying his name and I forgot it. Oh, I can see his face. Babylon 5 consultant. He was the Star Cop as well. Harlan Ellison. Great advice from Harlan Ellison. Right, Russell, this is from Harlan Ellison. By the way, I met Harlan Ellison once at Comic-Con in Miami. Right, the goyim, right? That's when said between twixt Jew to Jew. That's normally a derogatory word for Gentile, right? That's one of my favorite racial insults because it really gets 99% of the world in, right? There you go. Most inclusive racial is like goyim, right? Goyim. That's what we Jews call anybody, not us. Anyway, I just love my people. What can I tell you? Waltz and all, baby, waltz and all. Anyway. So he looks at that Comic-Con, right? And he looks at me and says, I'm wearing a keeper, right? So he looks at me and goes, what are we going to do with these fucking goyim? What, really? Harlan, mate. I was only young then. Oh, I love Harlan Ellison, right? But yeah, so Harlan Ellison gave advice to J. Michael Straczynski, right? He said, I'm having trouble selling this. As Harlan says, let me say, you're writing shit. See, here's the thing. You got to try not writing shit. When you don't write shit, you can sell something. Don't write shit. Right? And he sold his next thing. Russell, don't write shit. It's not like really, I'm breaking new ground here in notes. Hey, boy, I got a new note. My last name's awful. But I can only do fake gregarious Ross D. Davis. Like, we got a proper note from Disney. It says, don't write shit. Don't stop their shooting. Why do they have to reference he would flirt with the bloke? Fuck me. That's not Dr. fucking Who. Oh, and he meets a kid in the beginning of the episode. And when Capaldi meets a kid, it's wonderful. It's magic. Even in really bad episodes, him interacting with children is magical. I mean, it always is. Again, even in awful episodes like the superhero one, right? His interaction with kids is just fantastic, right? Absolutely fantastic. Shooty Gatwa scares the fuck out of me. Shooty Gatwa, I think he's got serious pedo vibes coming off him. He thinks, shoving his tongue up this 8-year-old's ass is to be being kind to him. Like, you get that vibe from him. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm really not. I'm really not. It's really what it's like. Oy vey. I don't want to tell you. Swing and a miss, baby. Swing and a miss. I think that's the headline. Oh, fuck me. And it was boring. I feel bad. Oh, man. Pete Mateague, you had it in the fucking bag. Right, with me. Right? I was so out to like this episode and speak well of it. Right? I really was. I liked last week that we found it was weirdly unified for a second. Right? It wasn't a bad episode. I don't want to listen. My criticisms are not knee-jerk ones. They're my opinions, right? Most of the time, they do confirm with the knee-jerk reaction. Yes, that's right. Wait, come here, right? But so when they do a good episode, I'm not going to be a dick and say, "Oh, that was shit." There were a couple of cringe moments in it, but to pan last week's episode would make me a dick, right? And I don't want to be a dick, right? Essentially. Because, like, truth is truth. It was a good episode. Don't fucking give everybody shit. The people who worked on it deserve the credit. Particularly the director and particularly the new writer, right? They should absolutely get more work. The director especially, fantastic. Made that episode fly, right? Really spooky. She's the one who pulled it together, I think, more than anyone else. So good for her. Right, I have no idea who she is. She's never done Doctor Who before. Since get her to do it more. Right, she's very good. Not that there will be more Doctor Who. I mean, there is that we got to contend with as well. So the season finale. Oh, the sweet kiss of coffee. Oh, I love thee. What was I going to say? The season finale. Is more than embargoed, right? So I'm amazed they're able to do this. This is really like, why couldn't you do this last year? It would have been so much better, right? This is how every episode should have dropped. It doesn't go on iPlayer or Disney Plus globally until 7 p.m. UK time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast of America. Right, which is fine. I think that's a great start time. In America, you'd have start parties, for lunch. People can get together. It's fun. You can get great watch parties on a Saturday. On a Saturday for lunch, you'll go and watch Doctor Who together, or brunch if you're on the West Coast. Right, I think it's a great idea. Right, I think it really would have worked well. So somehow they're doing that this time, though. I don't know when they're going to drop it in Israel. Worst case scenario, I got a VPN, so I'll watch it on iPlayer. But but it's not dropping until 7 p.m. UK time, which means that they're shrouding the end in mystery. So there's one of three options: that he's going to regenerate into fade to white. Right? We're not going to see who's it. It's a Troughton regeneration. All right, we're going to get one of those. I think that's the most likely, sadly, right? The best option is if they do regenerate into somebody else, right? They've cast him and they're actually moving forward, right? That would be honestly, maybe they just move away from being so queer, right? They can just come to, yeah, okay, we understand. We like handicapped people too. Like, I understand. Who doesn't like somebody in a wheelchair? I mean, apart from Shirley Bingham, who's just a pain in the ass. I mean, but she'll be a pain in the ass if she could walk around too, right? I wouldn't like her either way. In fact, her wheelchair actually makes her slightly more likable. So, how is that a handicap? So, who is anti-wheelchair people? Like, oh, no, none of them. Who? I don't understand. Like, okay then. Fine. I don't know. I just, if she could turn down the relentless smug. Oh, me. So yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't like current day unit at all. We're going to talk about it anyway. So yeah, it regenerates into something that I would have. But whoever they regenerate, I mean, unless it's something like, the guy from It's a Sin. What's his name? The super gay one. We're like, come on, Russell, please. Don't go gayer. Right? Ooh, maybe you haven't gone gay enough. Do you think they've noticed? Yes, Russell! Yes! Oh. I really can't think. Oh, do you think they haven't noticed? Maybe we should be a bit gayer. No, Russell. No. Oh. But they regenerated into somebody who would be good. I mean, was it Hamish Patel? Is that his name? I like that dude a lot. All right, he's great, freaking everything. Interesting actor. I think could do really I think he could be a great Doctor Who. I really do. He's got a lot of character. All right. I really like sort of like the more moody character he plays in the Nolan movies. Right. He's always in one of the Nolan movies somewhere. Now I'm in the mood to watch Inception again. I fucking love Inception. Great movie. Oh, that's a great movie. Tonight's episode, piece of shit. There you go. Got your review in for you, baby. Oh, man. It's like, is he crying? That's how unfair we are with this Rusty then. Poor guy. Oh, I mean, he's writing a whole drama about how online disinformation has made people hate gay people. No, gay people. Oh, queer people have made more anti-gay hate than I think all the national fronts put together. Oh, yeah, maybe stop putting rainbows on fucking everything, because people find that a bit fucking obnoxious. And gay people are also like, we're just gay people. like we were gay people last week. What changed? Why do we have that flag everywhere? What's going on? It's weird, right? It's weird. But most people are like, yeah, but no. Anyway, so that's option 2, that it will generate into somebody. Oh, man, would love it generate into that. Anyway, and option 3, it's nothing happens. It's just like, I'm off, I think option 3 is the least likely. I think option 1 is the most likely. I think option 2 is the most desirable and less likely. Is that what that one's in the middle? Love that. I mean, genuinely, I would love it to be the case, because I would love to have a makeover. Right? Oh God, Russell, please just fucking hire me, Disney. For fuck's sake, just hire me. I'm cheap. I honestly, Disney, I will turn your profits around instantly. I'll get Star Wars working again. I'll get Marvel working again. Oh, I'll get it. I'll have people wanting to get Disney Plus, right? And just hire me. I'll do it all for you. All you got to do is run things and say, "See, is this shit or is it good?" Oh no, that's shit. You shouldn't do that. Oh, we thought it was good. No, you're wrong. It's not good. It's shit. But it's represented. Yeah, I know. It's shit. It's shit. It's shit. Oh, what about that bit? It's shit too. Oh, okay. So yeah, Disney, put me on a 10 million retainer. They'll get you through a couple of months, and boy, will that make you money? That 10 million, not me. They actually really would. Like, no, cancel this, and this. No, how are we going to turn all this shit around? Can we reshoot Fantastic Four without Pedro Pascal or the female fucking Silver Surfer? Because then we would have such a good... Yeah, can we just put Jason, what's his name in it? What's it? John, I don't know. The, who is it? The Jack Ryan guy, right, from The Office. Right? Can we just do that? Everything will be good. Right? It'll all be good. No, apparently not. But again, I'll be cheap, baby. I'll make Doctor Who better again. But again, my guess is it's gone. Nah. Hey. It's on hiatus, right? It might come back in a couple of years. It might come back in 15 years. I don't know. People expect it's going to come back, right? But that I think it's it needs somebody who can really take charge of it and make it work, right? Who's got a very clear, fresh, creative vision and passion, right? I mean, that's really what they need, and they need to give a great pitch and blow everybody away, right? And then be successful. And you know how you be successful? Just do Doctor Who, right? You're like, really? Did you think of that? Yeah, no, just do it like Doctor Who, which wasn't tonight. Tonight's episode would have worked in a 13-episode season if it wasn't boring as shit, right? Maybe. Millie, oh, you look fantastic. If only the episode was as good as this, right? If only the episode was as good as this. Sad but true. And again, I love that she had the the Cushing poster behind her. I mean, like, that just seems like a lucky day to me. I'm sorry. It does, right? It does. I hate to be the one to tell you this. I think that seems like a lucky day. Made me cringe, yes. Oh, God. It made me cringe. I just felt so bad for Ossie Davis. Because he's like, this, a lot of this thing. At the end, the Doctor meets the evil online troll, right? And he tells him off. And the troll just laughs back at him. You know, and you know that the troll is the Doctor saying everything that Russ David wants to scream to nerdrotic. Right? And it's so fucking obvious and so sad. Oh, don't make shit, Russell. Stop trying to tell us queer people are normal. It's fine. Leave that alone. Nobody had a problem with them until you started screaming about it all the fucking time. And take the fucking rainbows down for everything. You give me a fucking headache with this nonsense. Nelly B says, have you heard the rumor that Whittaker is coming back next? What, as the next Doctor? Yes! No. That'll be insane. They're like, oh, if only you had ratings like we had with Jodie Whittaker. Oh, that'll be insane. That'll be so, okay. What? I can't do my head in. No, that can't be. 50-year-old apparently going around being creepy down. Yeah, he gives this kid money. You think he's going to suck him off? Fuck me. No, Josh, suck the fucking kid off. Oh, I just want to be friendly. Oh, no, Shooty. We don't do that on this planet. I think you'll find a lot of places they do. Oh. She was going, I just want to suck his cock. How's that a problem? Frankie AI Jukebox and more says, body all to you, Frankie AI Jukebox and more. What more are you? Yeah, that kind of like what else? What else is coming in that jukebox, Frankie? We're a bit nervous now. What you know? What is what's inside there? Is that a trapped 12-year-old Filipino boy? Maybe. Doctor Who versus Andrew Tate. So versus Andrew Tate. And the lack of having positive normative role models is one of the main things that makes Andrew Tate so exciting. If Judge Dredd was being Judge Dredd doing Judge Dreddy thing, right? People wouldn't turn to Andrew Tate for masculinity, right? Sadly, right? The Rusty Davis world has created Andrew Tate. Kirsty says, Shirley did my tits in. Yes, Shirley did my tits in. Right, how about your tits, Millie? Did Shirley do your tits? Because your tits are just like, oh, they're so good. Oh, yes, they're perfect. There was a massive collection of Doctor Who DVDs in my local CEX, so I given up on the show. I can't blame them. Yeah, this isn't Doctor Who though. They had one good episode, like so really. I was so in the bag to like this episode. Really, I was. I really liked it last week. We all kind of liked it. This is the attitude, right? This is the attitude. I think that's defined current day Doctor Who. And it's like an absolutely false attitude. But said by everyone's favorite, Hamas supporting politician, Ilhan Omar.
Our country should be more fearful of white men across our country because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country. We should be profiling, monitoring, and creating policies to fight the radicalization of white men.
So you're not worried about Hamas then, right? Or radical Islam. But again, that's the ongoing message that they're trying to convince us. And Keir Starmer wants you to tell you that. BBC want to tell you that. I just don't think it's true, right? I don't think it's true. And I think it's a insulting allegation that stands up to no investigation whatsoever, right? Peter says, your country alarm? Yeah, well, it is her country now. She certainly wants it to be. And I think that somewhat defined Doctor Who, right? And so what we're seeing right now is the wokies, Rossley Davis, and people like, at first they were aghast that Donald Trump got elected. They're like, it's going to be the end of everything. And he made years and years, right? And it was entirely wrong about everything. You compare Donald Trump's presidency, 2016 to 20 presidency, to Joe Biden's. One was a massive success, and the other one was a total complete failure. So then they thought he was dead and buried, vanquished, right? After 2020, and he should have been, dead and buried. I mean, honestly, the Secret Service conspired to have him killed. So that he survived was quite impressive. So this is all about their existential angst that not only did he survive everything and he got through everything, that he became president again. And Trump 2.0 is very, very scary, right? Trump 2.0 is very, very scary to them. So this is why I think we got this like meltdown going on, which is, again, we saw it. Was it last week or the week before? What was the week where you had it was week 2, wasn't it? Yeah, week 2 where they broke the fourth wall again, right? Poorly. Rob says, if Tzvi had an AI of a fat boy with a moustache wearing a bikini, some people will call it progressive on the phone. Yes, they would. Look, I find pride parades, generally speaking, while I'm happy for people to have pride in themselves, I'm really not happy for the deep, perverted public indecency, which is normal nowadays, right? Here we go. Fine. Yeah, so again, this is the second time this season that Rossley Davis has railed against evil white men. Maybe no. Evil trolls? I don't know. So let's do our deep dive review, right, of Doctor Who for this week. I've watched it, so you don't have to. So it starts off New Year's Eve, right? New Year's Eve 2007, when everything was good, when Doctor Who was good, right? And you're like, oh, wow, are we going to get bit Matt Smith, David Tennant? No, it's shoot fucking Gatwa. And what is he wearing? Like, oh, fuck me. Well, we got Verada see-through. Look, Verada, darling, you being very, very easy on the eye has helped you a lot. Let me tell you. Right, so the ongoing plot, and for the life of me, I can see no dramatic or story reason why this was a Doctor Light episode starring Millie Gibson. Why not have Belinda be abandoned for an episode? Like that would be really interesting, right? I think, and you can build out her character more, and you build up the stakes for her more, right? Instead they just pissed it away. Oh, it's really weird, and again, very dull Ruby Sunday episode. Right, strangely boring, where she goes out on a date and just refuses to look sexy in any way. I don't get any of this there, but anyway. So yeah, they're trying to triangulate, trying to get back to 2025. They're in 2007. Okay, so they meet this little boy, and Judy goes full pedo. I'm sorry, right? Hello, little boy. Would you like to get inside my magic box? Yeah, would you like to get into go in the closet and meet Mr. Wobbly? And he's like, what the fuck do you want, mate? And he's got this really like creepy pedo smile going on. I was trying to get that. And it is a creepy pedo smile. There you go. Do you want to you want to come and see my puppies? Yeah, don't trust this man. Right? Do not trust this man. That's what please don't. right? He's just trying to be nice, and he's gonna put his fingers up your ass, okay? As a third Vindicator reading, so next week there's no reason now. Oh, they'll keep doing it. They also had it in the comic strip, I think, recently in Doctor Who magazine. I can't remember. So off he goes, and he goes to see his mother and said, "Look, Mother, the blue box arrives." He says, "Shut up!" and gives him a smack across the face. Being generally quite a nasty woman. Okay. That's because normally you get bad dads. So it's interesting what a bad mum said, but she is white and working class, so that does make it all okay in their mind, because white people are the enemy. So come forward to 2025, and he's grown up and he's got a podcast, and he's talking about how he became obsessed with that blue box. Right, he spent his life looking for it, and he's found someone who's actually been it, Ruby Sunday, with just the weirdest haircut ever. I thought it was a wig. Then in the chat last night, people were telling me it was it's the style nowadays. I don't know. When I saw his mother first of Rabbi, I thought it was Suze Kempner. That would have been funny. That would have been really funny, right? And so he's got Suze Kempner, not Suze Kempner. He's got Ruby Sunday on his podcast. Lucky old him. And here, did they show how he found her or not? Or we did? I don't think we did at this point. Fine. So he spent the last 20 years looking for it. Why is it called Lucky Day? I don't know. He said it must be my lucky day. Okay. So now you get a bit of his history. How he looked for the TARDIS, then he saw it once, like 2024, like a year ago, and he hears noise, and he goes and checks, and he got. Sadly, it's Shooty and Ruby. He hasn't bumped into Matt Smith or anybody cool, right? Or Tom Baker. No, and they're chasing this monster, right? Archicon says, so another Doctor Who groupie. I wonder if his girlfriend will end up giving him a BJ, a BJ giving PJ giving pavement slab. Well, I'll tell you, that's one of the best pavement slabs in the whole world. Is how I would describe that. So they're looking for a monster, and the monster runs around and puts this jizz on him, this blue jizz, like and then he hears Ruby and the Doctor talking. Then when he goes to the shop, it's one of these places. All these mannequins are covered over. There's never been a shop like this ever. Has anybody ever seen this? I've also never seen an elevator with an escape thing in the roof. I guess there must be, but I don't know. So he goes on highs when he hears them coming downstairs, and he says the monster is marked. It's an interdimensional monster, and he'll come back looking for a year from now. But if she can drink the antidote, it won't be a problem. So don't worry, it tastes like candy floss, and it tastes like shit, right? And she nearly gags. Again, I don't find that funny, right? I don't find this Doctor nice at all, right? I really, really, really don't. So he's investigating, and they head back to the TARDIS, and he gets a picture of Ruby Sunday getting it into the TARDIS, and he puts out a thing saying, "Have you seen this girl?" And let's see if I can pull that up. And so he tries to, and that's how she hooked up with him, right? And then this guy's on his way to unit in the morning, I think. And he's talking again. Why is this called Lucky Day? It just makes no sense. So he wants to talk about unit and like how is unit even letting her speak? I mean, I guess it's unit's not secret anymore. So they got a bloody tower in the middle of London. Another really bad idea, like really, really terribly bad idea. So they do their podcast. I'm like, how does he afford this studio? What is up with that? Like I'm in my basement. That's where most podcasts happens, right? And she clearly likes him, right? And drops something, and they say, "Do you want to go out for a drink?" And they go out for a drink right afterwards. And she talks about like missing the doctor, how she found him. And then she talks about the monster, right? They were chasing, like what he would do. Monster messes with the electricity, right? And then stalks you slowly to like freak you out and terrify you. And no, it's not 2007. This is all now in 2025, I think. Right? Freak you out and terrify you. And stalk because he wants you to be as scared as humanly possible. And then it will pounce because your adrenaline tastes better. Right? So, and she gives, I don't know how she knows all this, but okay. And then that's the 50p that the doctor gave him. Do they still have 50p, or is that out legal tender now? That's my vibe, right? I got for that. And so then I guess they go on a date again. They're about to go on a date, and she's really kind of excited and smitten, which I kind of like. I think she plays that very well. We get a little scene with her adopted mother and grandmother, and who's very excited she's going on a date. Why would Millie Gibson have trouble getting a date? I like that seems to be a significant plot hole to me, right? Like a genuinely significant. Like, why would she have trouble getting a bloody date? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, PD Rich says it's the wrong version of DT770 Pros for 2007. They didn't have them. Have Braille on the slides. Okay. I don't know what a DT1777 Pro is, but okay. And generally speaking, I find these characters not that engaging, frankly. So off she goes out. They're all excited. That plain, ugly Millie Gibson finally managed to get a date with a bloke, right? And Millie, darling, like, you could have dressed up a little for the date, don't you think, right? Don't you want to show you're somewhat interested, right? That probably is a good idea, isn't it? It doesn't sound that exploitative to me, like to put on a bit of lippy for a freaking date. I mean, look, here, this is Millie Gibson dolled up in real life, right? Compared to what they're showing us here. Doink. Image file. No, wrong thing. Doink. Share screen, I should say. Doink. Like, that's what Millie Gibson looks like. Oh, how could she get a date? It's so strange. I don't know how she could ever land a man. Such a plain, ordinary-looking girl. Thank God, Mr. Lucky 7 is giving her a chance, right? Giving her a chance to sign. So they're on their date, and it's quite sweet. I kind of like this. That they're 40, but at this point, we're getting up to 15 minutes in, and really nothing's happened, and it's starting to drag now at this point. They get their first kiss, and again, really, you get to hang out with you get to hang out and make out with Millie Gibson. I'm like, I don't believe he would betray her. So Gallifrey Archive's back. He says that Mrs. Lisa Purdy needs to shrink ASAP. No, look, Gallifrey Archive, genuinely, your sexual attitudes are very confused. I'm not joking. They're very, very confused. And not normative, right? You're moving against your basic biology, right? The headphones are DT995. Yeah. You're going against your basic biology, right? Again, look, this is how Millie Gibson dresses when she goes on a date. Hang on, is it going to open up? Come on. How about if I do that? That's what she looks like when she's dolled herself up. Right? I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's what normal people do. Right? You got to get out your basement, mate. Like, try and meet girls or meet whatever the opposite sex is for you. Right? Lockdown was a disaster for the younger generation. It just made it. So they start dating, and she's very smitten with him, right? Which I like. Again, I think that's really, really sweet. Right, but I think that's why. Then her mother shows up, and I was like, "Was she this fat last year?" right? When I saw her mother, I'm just irritated by it because I remember how much they promised with her, right? And how little they delivered. So they're all excited. She's been on a date with her like 4 times and is going away for the weekend. So if they haven't banged yet, they're definitely about to, right? Right. So me, I would be, I will stop nothing, absolutely nothing getting in the way with a sexual encounter with Millie. Goes, but for God's sake, Millie, put some fucking makeup on. What the hell? Make yourself look, dress yourself up a little. Right. So she comes to, for some reason, he lives in a quiet little village. I think because they just wanted to have a bit of a devil end feel going to it. Right. But okay, it's nice to have quiet villages. They go to the pub. But she notices the electric is flaring up. She's wondering, are the monsters coming? Oh. So he meets his friends. They're in the pub and electric still keeps going weird. So she calls unit. And the charisma vacuum, that is Kate Lethbridge-Stewart, picks up. And I don't know, I'm sorry, I think this character is, it's basically run its course, right? She doesn't really interest me, right? Miss Lee Spurley, you are you're talking to that California guy. I'm happily married, so people like that do not bother me. And it's like, yeah, again, it's people like me who are. I think people like that doesn't bother California, but like people like me, I am super not dangerous to women, right? I really genuinely am, right? So this is a weird bit where you get Colonel Ibrahim. Has a little kind of like romantic touch with Kate Lethbridge-Stewart, who I thought was a lesbian. Didn't Vanessa Redgrave say, or whatever her name is. So she said, no, nothing's going on. It all seems fine, right? Don't worry about it. Everything's A-okay. And she goes and checks that the monster that could track them is still in the archive. And again, they built up this monster, and I found it a bit naff, frankly. A bit forgettable, it seemed less exciting than what's it called again, the Shriverson from the Rebus operation. Like it didn't really do much, right? And so they's like, oh, you worried? It's okay. I'll be big, manly for you and look after you. Which is nice. Then the power goes out and they start hearing the growls of the monster, and then they see the monster outside. All right, and she starts to take charge, and he says, "Nobody go outside, nobody go outside." He's like, "Well," and somebody says, "Well, who put you in charge?" Says, "Okay, mate, you go outside and get yourself some fresh air. See how it goes for you." Right, which I thought was a good line, right? Oh God, and then Shirley Ann Bingham shows up, who I would irritate the fuck out of me if she could walk as well as being in a wheelchair. Being in a wheelchair doesn't irritate. She's just an irritating person. In general, I'm sorry. No, I'm telling you to F off. I'm just doing my civic duty. Well, there you go. PD Rich. Fine. So they say we're going to be there in half hour. We're getting a helicopter. We're just going to jet in. Oh, you got 2 of those monsters there. We're on our way. Nothing to worry about. You just stay put. The military's coming to save you. We're going to be there momentarily. Nothing to worry about, Ruby Sunday. Nothing at all. We might even send Melon. Oh, everything's going to be great. So then for some reason, she decides to go out. Says, everybody wait there. And she goes outside to fight these ravenous monster things for some fucking reason I can't work out. And then he comes out with her, right, and has he has a cricket bat, so everything's going to be fine. And his mate's vanished, and the only thing left is his hat, so he thinks he's been eating. And these monsters show up, right? And they're really not. I mean, they're okay. I mean, they're not as bad as the dregs from Orphan 55. But they're not far out, right? So Unit shows up, and they're monsters all around. And they find the monsters and they're aiming at them. Says, stay where you are, whatever. And then they stand up and they take their masks off and they're people in costumes, right? And the whole thing's a con set up by him to expose that unit is lying and there are no monsters. It's all just a way of wasting money, right? Russell, do you understand most people don't trust governments and think governments waste money? It's so weird how the woke is. I bet he thought, oh yeah, everyone's going to feel like exactly how they feel like against Elon Musk for just lining their own pockets, being a billionaire, right? He's not doing an honest or decent job cutting government waste, because there is no government waste. Everything the government does is great, and we must serve the government. That's why we were there for, right? So he probably thought this would be a great riff on that. 1.5 million, mate. And I don't think you're getting over 3 for the catch-up. I do not, right? So then he turns into a right cunt, and he's like, oh, no, I'm not going to, I've set this up. And he talks about how much he think tank. I wish they would have somehow tied this more into Robot, right? The think tank from Robot. So apparently he's got this whole other podcast called Think Tank, this anti-government one. And again, how does she go? How did UNIT let her go on this podcast without vetting it? It makes little sense, but also makes no sense that he's like, oh, I hated spending time with you. Your lip gloss. Oh man, it was all so awful. Like, what the fuck are you like? Really? I mean, okay, again. I could put up with a lot. Right? If I was sleeping with that, right? I could put up with. I mean, look. The truth is this: the function of sex is essentially to, and from my perspective, anyway, is to cement a bond between a husband and a wife, right? Because you get like an incredible. There's an incredible closeness if you're assuming you're faithful. But there's an incredible and it's insanely pleasurable, right? Which is why you develop that closeness, right? And your spouse will do things that piss you off. I do things that piss my wife off. She does things that piss me off. But we love each other, so you let it go. But that love, to a great extent, is built from the pleasure of sex, right? I'm not saying solely, but that's an intrinsic factor to it. So incredible sex with a beautiful woman, you can put up with pretty much anything, right? Most men can put up with pretty much anything. But not him. Screw off, Ruby Sunday. I don't know. Why can't you dress up a little bit more? So again, this is just Rusty Davis going, oh no, the trolls are attacking me. They're saying that chicks with dicks aren't chicks. Evil troll. No, evil troll. And so again, why can't UNIT just erase all this from the interwebs, right? I don't know. So he's live streamed all this to expose UNIT. And then he kind of turns into like this Andrew Tate kind of character. We get Trinity Wells back, which is, look, let me tell you, Trinity Wells will be on UNIT side. They wouldn't be on Andrew Tate side, right? Legacy media hates, like you do, Rusty David. Legacy media hates new media. They would be in no way means supportive of it. They wouldn't even give him airtime because new media is the death knell of legacy media, all right? Because legacy media is shit, right? And he goes on all the shows. But again, I don't think any of that would have happened. And they were looking on, Shirley Bing was like, oh, if only my magic wheelchair could do something. And Ibrahim said, I don't understand. We're so diverse. How come nobody trusts us? And you get the hashtag UNIT lies, demand the truth. You have, like, again, in Rusty Davis, a wave of misinformation spreading across the world. No, Russell. The reason your Doctor Who is on its ass and is about to be cancelled, right? We're on the last 4 episodes of Doctor Who. As far as we can see, forever, right? It's not because people have listened to rumors about your show. Because people have watched your fucking show and said no, right? I mean, that's really the bottom line. Look. sec. Do I have this thing over here? Hang on. You look in general, Russell, mate. The queer world has been a bit strange, right? Has been a bit strange to. Oh, it's over here. 1 second. To the rest of the world. They say you must take on our worldview, and if you don't, you're a bigot, and we will destroy your lives, right? All right. And again, I have my worldview, oh, here it is. I just think it's kind of like, here, for example. Yeah, what's this one? Disney weirdness. Yeah, we're not up for this. Yeah, we're not up for. Most people are not up for that weird shit. We're not saying we want, gay people or trans people to vanish and never be seen again. We're like, if that guy waved at my fucking daughter, I'm punching him in the face. I would say, get the fuck away from her, you pedo pervert, right? And I don't know if he's a pedo pervert, but I don't want him anywhere near my fucking kids. You want to do that in privacy of your own home? You do that. You want to do that in the privacy of between adults? That's fine. Get your weird fucking kink away from my fucking kids, you fucking pervert. And that you have to include children in your cosplay means you're a fucking pervert.
I'm one of Fairy Godmother's apprentices. I'm here to shop you around and make all your selections for the day.
Yeah, no, fuck off. Enough. Oh.
Using a plot twist from Scooby-Doo.
And that's only, that was the teeniest tip of the iceberg I just looked at. So yeah, the interwebs are beating down Kate Lethbridge-Stewart. Oh no, interwebs, they're so bad to me. And they have to transport their creatures, not their animals, because they've lured their security clearance. And also they got a traitor in the unit, this bloke who's in with the Andrew Tates. So he lets him in, and he turns out he's rich and his mother's still alive, and he said her mother was dead. And he gets a doctor, and he starts killing people so he can break into unit and find his and like expose them even more, right? Which is what he tries to do. And says, you've all made it up. There's no such thing as monsters. It's all special effects like I did. By the way, his monster costumes cost about 30 grand each. I don't know how he afforded them, right? Said, okay, you think there's no monsters? So essentially, we actually have I would say a reasonably good moment from Kate Lethbridge-Stewart. I'm just bored with her in general, right? And she opens up the cage for the thing that's like been stalking him, right? And he's like, I'm glad the doctor's not here because he will stop me doing this, which was kind of cool. So what happens? Does he go? He's stalked by them. By the way, I hate this fucking robot, the Flinks or whatever it is. I just hate everything about this unit. There's none of it works in any way whatsoever. All right, and he's like being stalked by the monster. There you go. And again, the monster's just a bit meh. You get a bit of metal on Kate Lethbridge-Stewart, and then eventually Ruby Sunday tases the monster so it won't eat him, right? And then he's like, and then becomes an even bigger dick, and just starts laughing at them, right? Going, it's all going to be work out better for me. And then here, I think do we have the monster sneaks up? Yeah.
The special effects are improving.
Right, and this thing leaps up and looks like it's going to eat off his arm. Then cut to later, and he's fine apparently. He just got a little bite, and everything's back again. And everything's good, and basically the story's just got ended here, right? Like Ruby Sunday's story's gone, and he's in jail, and he hears a TARDIS, right? And all of a sudden, the TARDIS materializes around him, right? And it's Shooty Gatwa there in his gayest costume yet, right? And it's just him to lecture and shout at him, say, "Oh, you're a baddie. Oh, no, you're not as good as me. You're a baddie, bad man. Bad man. Bad man, baddie, bad man. Bad man. And it's Rusty Davis shouting at me, right? Or maybe shouting at Nerdrotic, but I think he's shouting at me, right? Does Unit even fight back? No. Unit backs off and lets him be attacked by the monster. Tell you, I would rather see a Yeti on the toilet in a public bathroom in Tooting Beck than Shooty Gatwa. He'll probably be in a glory hole. And again, he's like screams and shouts at him, and the guy just like laughs back in his face. And then he says, "You're going to die when you're 50 or something like that." 1 minute, Whitey, I'll let you in a second. Okay, you're going to die when you're 50 alone. And here's the thing: the insults he throws at him are exactly the same insults that Toxic Fandom always throws at me, and they're always, Mr. Lisa Purple Girl, right? Or it throws us. They say, you're going to die alone and miserable. No one's going to ever love you. It's all going to be the worst ever. And it's all projection. Again, I'm happily married. I've been happily married for, in 96. So I'm coming up, next year is my, 30th anniversary. Got a very good, stable relationship, got a lovely family. But my life is really, thank God, very, very, very good, right? And it's, but the insult that Shooty throws at the Sandra Tate guys, you're going to be miserable alone. No, Shooty, you're going to be miserable when alone, right? You are going to be miserable when alone, right? And again, once your 5 minutes of fame are over, and they're going to end real fucking soon. Look, you had the plum role of Doctor Who, right? That one of the most influential roles on TV, could have made it huge. Nobody even recognized your face, mate, right? And even though you are the voice saying the scores for Eurovision in a couple of weeks. David Munner says, "I'm sort of relieved I didn't watch this. Between the TV series and Big Finish, this style of storytelling messing has exhausted my patience today. I see from the viewing videos I'm far from alone." Yes, people are just done, Russell. Right? They're just done. And he drops him back, and then Mrs. Flood shows up, and there's an indication they may team up together to be the big bads in the finale. And then, thankfully, we're done. Then next week we got I can't remember the name of it. Now again, I think this looks visually stunning, this episode. But I think look, Doctor Who has the reputation of a woke lecturing show, right? That's the reputation it has now. So I think a normie, when he looks at this, is just going to be like, this is just me shouting out how white men are bad.
Tyrion,
I've been expecting you.
Wait, you're all missing.
It is always hungry. We must feed it.
who are you?
This is my domain.
What the hell is this?
I think this spider looks fantastic. And why does he never know what anything is? Right. I mean, it's not impressive to do that, right? Why does he never know what anything is? It's beyond me, right? It is absolutely beyond me. It's bit of a shit show, one would say. So again, the shit show I get is most represented in the ratings, which are abysmal. I guarantee to be the lowest Doctor Who ever got, beating 2 weeks ago for being the lowest. For being the lowest it's ever been, right? It's shockingly bad. So yeah, and again, I thought episode 3 was solid, right? So, and I thought it was interesting that it went up between episode 2 and 3. So I think maybe I thought Mr. Ring-a-Ding, right, will impress people enough to get some good word of mouth. But like nobody's tuned back in. How low is it going to go? I don't know. Let me see what the news media is saying about this absolute disaster. A deep dive of the trap Rusty Davis set up for us. Well, let's just see if there's any more. It's probably too early for the ratings news to come out yet. Let's have a look. I'd like to go to that Doctor Who exhibition in Peterborough. I wouldn't like to go to Peterborough. How Doctor Who's in 15 episodes for the final scene sets up like PTSD. After 6 years, Doctor admits the worst thing about being. I forgot about that stuff. Yeah, she does like flippantly talk about having PTSD from being with the Doctor. Okay, look, here's the thing. This episode would be okay in a 13-episode season if it was less boring, right? But it's like, again, you have such little time with your leads, which I think is good to minimize because they're atrocious. Well, Duty is atrocious. He just is atrocious. Let's see what they got to say over here. A deep dive into the trap Rusty Davis set for us. So, yeah, I want to hear what the wokey take on this absolute nonsense is. God, I hate that costume. This week's episode of Doctor Who is really the one where everything changes, and a trap set by showrunner today at his craftiest, slyest, and angriest. Yes, he is very angry. I know, very, very angry. Set us a lure for a dark, bitter parable. He lulls the viewer into a full sense of comfort and perhaps boredom if they're weary of him playing his greatest hits like his own cover band, with the assumption that this is going to be light and fluffy a light and fluffy Dr. Light episode, as it follows Ruby Sunday in her life on Earth after traveling with the Doctor, and it kind of like dealt with what life was like after traveling with the Doctor in 73 yards. Apart from setting up a bunch of mysteries that they couldn't answer. It initially looks like another Love and Monsters type story with echoes of Sarah Jane adventures. Now, I'm one of the few people who like Love and Monsters. I thought that was a sort of fun, solid story, right? I thought it was pretty darn good. Finding Any Americans. Then the second half, Davis allows writer Pete Medina to yank the carpet from under the viewer by being more than just about Ruby, a reflection on a real world problem. Russell, you are the real world problem, right? You are the real, not the YouTubers. You are the real world problem, right? Because you're detached from reality, and you're railing against reality not being the way you want, right? Fine. So everything's all timey-wimey. The Doctor and Belinda still can't get back to May 24th, 2024. They're going to get back there on May 24th, 20 days from now. Popping up almost every time except the date. Here it's New Year's Eve 2007, and they meet Conrad Clark, a child which set in motion a catastrophe that none could have anticipated because it really was kind of poorly set up. The Doctor is a background character in this episode, but his presence is felt, not really, throughout since his presence and influence that caused everything to happen, including David's introduction to Chekhov's Shriek, the monster that the Doctor and Ruby encounter in 2024 when a grown Conrad comes up, blah, 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 blah. Oh, God, you're boring that ex-command in Recovery Club. Most despicable villain in Doctor Who history. Yes, it's nerdrotic, right? It's very funny that Jason Howard King plays along with the pre-release publicity, talking about Conrad as the first after the episode described, and the character is a Doctor Who geek like in past characters. Clive, like in the pilot episode, yeah, the closest one. Elton, Love and Monsters, Osgood, blah blah blah. At first, he looks like a callback to all those characters that were stand-ins for fans. No, we already had the fans in this very season 2 weeks ago. David was expecting a long-time viewers to either dig the vibe of another earnest Doctor Who geek or roll their eyes in exhaustion at the repeat of his greatest hits. Yeah, kind of that. To set them up for a rug pull and a heel turn. If Conrad is too good to be true, as the awkward, sensitive boyfriend Ruby is drawn to, he wasn't that awkward. It should. It's because the facade. Is it facade? Yeah, the facade is much more of a Trojan horse than the first half of the episode. And again, I would have banged her. I would have had sex with Ruby Sunday if I was that character. And then, right, several times, right, and then. Falconell said, was that a clip from the Rebecca Desmonds? Probably. What if they made Desmonds all white? Wouldn't that be funny? I used to love Desmonds. That was a great little show. Fine. Like, yeah, why wouldn't he have sex with Ruby Sunday before being a shit and dumping her? Right? There's always a twist at the end. There's never a fucking twist at the end. What, that is like, goodbye, everybody. That's the twist at the end. There's never a twist at the fucking end. There's an end at the end. So in terms of discredit unit, Conrad is the most evil villain in the history of Doctor Who because he's too real. He started out as a fan, but his love has curdled into hate. Because the stuff you make isn't fucking Doctor Who. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right? It's queer shit. Stop making queer shit. And, you'll find, and make it just look like Doctor Who. And you will find people are quite on board for it. Right? Amazingly. I know. How could that be? Yeah, for example. Don't do this! Don't do this! People will like it.
I'll tell you what, when we both get out of this, let's argue across the stars.
When I say argue, I mean come in each other's mouths.
I like that.
I would like it more if you put your tongue down my throat. Yeah. We're not evil trolls. You just make queer shit. And I'm sorry you can only make queer fucking shit. What is wrong with you? Oh, why isn't everybody enjoying my queer shit? Because we don't like queer shit all the fucking time. Oh, you want to make a queer sci-fi show? Go ahead. Don't try and change Doctor Who into a queer sci-fi show. Like, it used to be a show for everyone. Most of it, because he seemed outside of that total hate. He was initially enchanted by the Doctor, but was beaten down for it by his mother, no less. He applied to unit by Cape was rejected, and again, the people who are the social inadequates with no life, no relationships. Do I have? Do I bookmark this? Let me have a look. Because there's so many. Yeah, these are the people who like current day Doctor Who, right? That's who they are. Yeah, I think this is a great example, right? This is not a Doctor Who fan, but this is, this is the template for a current day Doctor Who fan. And second. Yeah. Doink. Share screen. Video file. Right, these are the people.
Went no contact with my parents 2 weeks before the election because they voted. I found out that they voted for Trump for a third time. They came by the other day because they wanted to see me.
Yeah, this woman's going to die alone and miserable, right? And rejects the love of her parents, right? She's the one who's miserable and alone, right? That's why they got to have, found family. Friends are better than family. No, they're fucking not. And as you'll hear.
And I told them I didn't want to see them. So they left a card in the door. And it's some God's love bullshit card.
Oh, just bullshit. We love you because you're our daughter. Bullshit.
Card, And I thought maybe they'd write something of substance. And they wrote, "And you can keep pushing us away, but we will always be your mom and dad, and we will love you until we die. Love."
And they will, right? And you are not interested in that love. You're the one who's going to be miserable and alone. You're the one who is miserable and alone.
Mom and dad. Is that supposed to make me feel better?
No, they're just trying to tell you the truth. They're trying to connect with their daughter who's having a mental fucking breakdown and has lost all grip on reality. Why don't you talk to your husband about it? Oh, of course you can't because you're single.
I don't care, guys. I just want you to say that you're Nazis now.
They're not Nazis because they voted for Donald, and that's why you're so freaking bonkers, right? That's why you're so. They're not Nazis. You're crazy.
It drives me absolutely crazy that my parents will do anything but admit that they were wrong in voting for Trump.
How are they wrong? Like how are they wrong? Again, the Biden era was a fucking disaster. Everything imploded and was. Do you not remember the withdrawal of Afghanistan? And plus, he was like completely bonkers. His brain melted before he got into office.
Not once, but 3 times. That's all I've literally asked of them.
Yeah, they're not going to lie to you because they love you, right? They're not going to lie to you, right? They just think you're mentally ill. They think you're mentally ill because you are, right? And this is who Doctor Who's being made for. I wonder why it's doing so badly.
And they can't do that. They do
because they don't believe it. You're acting like the bonkers balmy bullshit you're saying is some kind of scientific fact. It's not. You're just bonkers and balmy.
Do everything. Like send me weird passive-aggressive Christian...
How's it passive-aggressive? They're saying we love you.
...cards, but say, I'm so sorry that I voted to take away your rights.
What right has been taken away from you? Literally, what right? I am sorry if you believe that you're a man and you have a vagina. Right? That's not a right. Right? Actually, no, you can believe that. You just can't order me to believe it. What right is being taken away from you?
As a woman, as a queer person.
Again, as a woman, what rights have been taken away from you by Donald Trump? None. Absolutely none. As a queer person, what is this anti-gay legislation? Right? Archie Gordon says, sorry, her parents are Nazi. Exactly. So much projection.
And as a federal employee. So
Yeah. The federal employees, we're all happy you're being fired, right? We're all very happy you're being fired, and the billions being saved from government that has just squandered away, that made people like you be able to flounce through life and be a complete useless waste of skin.
Oh, that's crazy. I'm so tired of being gaslit by my parents.
They're not. You need to get to therapy, darling.
I fucking hate this administration. They have destroyed everything in my life, including my relationship with my parents.
No. I think you did that. You did that because you're... And look, honestly, I hope she gets help. And I hope she gets help and she recovers enough that she can apologize to parents for being so crazy. I really do.
It's so crazy that they have they cannot see the disconnect between where we're both standing right now, and they're on the wrong side.
Why are they on the wrong side? Again, you look like somebody who's got nothing going on in your life, right? Got really genuinely nothing in your life. And they've at least raised a human being, which takes a lot of fucking work. So fine. He's a hater, a troll, a grifter who turned... this people say, why are you doing this grift to me? No, this is stuff I actually believe, right? Again, calling somebody a grifter is demeaning them, to take away power from them because they're more powerful than you. That's essentially what's going on. Gareth Hill turns includes his appearance on Real BBC talk show to spread his campaign to smear unit. They would never have him on. Not in a million years. Even fictional American news anchor Timothy Wells, who appeared in there, blah, blah, blah. The presence of the trolls, fake news, and bad actors first. Okay, you are the ones who got into the fake news, right? You are, again, did Donald Trump praise white supremacists at Charlottesville? No, that's fake news, right? I love the way they're all screaming about due process now for illegal immigrants. They didn't give two shits about due process for the J6s, did they? Unbelievable. I wish it was unbelievable. It's totally believable. The presence of trolls, fake news, and bad actors first appeared in the 6th anniversary special, The Giggle. I don't even remember him dealing with then. And this time it feels Davis expanding on that theme into a plot rather than a background detail, because it's the only thing he can think about. Because he's completely and totally failed. He thought it was going to be a massive success. He thought everything was going to work out fan-freaking-tastically, right? He thought everything was going to be as good can be, right? And it all imploded because every creative idea was a bad one. David the Beatman takes feelings about people like Conrad are clear, yes. And his political anger at bad actors and agents of destruction, the same with David's more adult. But again, why are they bad actors and agents? You're the bad actor. You've been duped to believe the most insane bullshit ever. You think women can have penises. You're out your fucking mind. It's actually interesting. I do this thing called Daf Yomi, which is the Talmud is a codification of Jewish law from about 2,500 years ago, and if you do 2 sides of a page a day, it takes you about 7.5 years to go through the whole thing. And they're talking about different types of oath you can make. And there's a false oath and there's an empty oath. And they're talking about what the difference is. The false oath is when you say, I make an oath, without I'm not really making an oath, that I've eaten 200 burgers in the last day, right? And if you haven't done, that's a false oath. But as it's possible to eat 200 burgers, it's a false oath. It's not it's an empty oath. But saying that I'm a woman who has a penis is an empty oath because it's not fucking possible, right? They name that as one of the as the example they give. They co-wrote the upcoming War Between the Land and Sea, which is an encouraging sign. I mean, the last thing ever in the Hooniverse. Kate Lisbeth has No Time for Mercy, The Wrath of the Doctor. Yeah, this is the first time we see the cold range of Doctor as he confronts Conrad. He doesn't offer Conrad a chance for redemption because he sees how irredeemable Conrad is. Yeah, I know. Living rent-free in Rusty Davis' head, and quite frankly, I wish I wasn't, because the floor is very curiously sticky, right? Rather than torture or kill him, the Doctor gives him the coldest, most cruel thing ever, which tells him what his deserved fate is and leave him to it. But he's not going to get that that deserved fate of loneliness, of emptiness, and not having anybody to love. That's the fate of people like Rusty Davis. This Doctor hasn't met Belinda yet, and he seems to hear about Belinda for the first time. No, he's dressed all in white like an angel of wrath and like a fucking the queerest take on the Doctor you could possibly get. Then Mrs. Flood turns up. That would be the end of Conrad if somebody hadn't shown up to change his fate. It's clearer than ever. Mrs. Flood and Edith Dobson is the villain. She shows up prison to set Conrad free from the cell and wreak more havoc. Is Conrad going to be responsible for destroying Earth? And does that plan suit Miss? I don't fucking care. Lucky day. What a badly named episode of Doctor Who. And it is. It's a badly named episode of Doctor Who. So this episode was made for the extreme left. Yes, it was. I think it seems clear that you exclude a massive chunk of potential audience. You don't realize you're giving 2 fingers to a large chunk. They don't, and they don't care because they're angry at them because we don't do what we were told to do, right? And what we were told to do was just shut up and get on with it. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.